prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Throwing on first down, Stevens. And his first look is incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and that'll bring up second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Stevens. And right away, he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Stevens. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Ronald Jones. First carry for the USC man. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
50 seconds to Mike.
And it's a Buccaneers touchdown. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Stevens. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Will Harris there to make the play.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stevens. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Throwing on 3rd and long. Stevens. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
17's Mike 17.
Stevens setting up to throw it. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Stevens to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. From the gun, Stevens will drop this underneath to Gurley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Fourth down.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stevens, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Stevens flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Buccaneers 7, Falcons nothing.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. From the gun, Stevens. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
On the coverage.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. If points result, they'll call this play significant.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That's another Buccaneers First down.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Falcons' 21-yard line.
Second and 11. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Here we go, check. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check 52. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
9-yard line.
Now Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Falcons, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Operating from the gun, Stevens. This one caught by Ridley. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stevens looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. To throw on 3rd down, Stevens. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 23. There he goes right side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Now the point after try for Santos. is now 21-0.
Is good. Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Falcons nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Falcons.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Down. Left 40. Green Jack. Hurry.
From the gun, Stevens. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And the Falcons.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stevens. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Stevens. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Stevens. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. You go back on 80. Go.
They'll run here with Raymond Calais. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half.
2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Mike 10. He don't know no better. I've got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. On deck, punt. 10. Ball's red. Go red. Back and go full strip. Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10.
From the gun, Stevens. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Stevens. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Let's get this. Mike 17. I'm going to come back to you. 17's Mike.
Operating from the gun, Stevens. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And 6.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Watch the flag. Watch the 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Motion punt. Cowboy 80. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's the option. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Let's put that team on the box. Check this.
11 yards there, 1st down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll set up a throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. It's the fullback. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
Check 26, check 26.
They run. It's Gurley. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On 3rd down, Stevens. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Jones with a nice burst there on 1st down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. They'll roll him out right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
And now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigs get at the 7-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's the fullback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Buccaneers 38, Falcons nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Stevens. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st down, Falcons.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Stevens. And his throw here's incomplete.
He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate.
And it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Stevens. And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Here's Calais. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
And his throw is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They'll go with Jones. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Ronald Jones unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Falcon first down.
Operating from the gun, Stevens. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Atlanta.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight.
On first down, Stevens. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate. That'll bring up 2nd down.
10 at the 21-yard line.
To throw again, Stevens. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Mike 10, Mike 10. Hey, man.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Yeah, it's on.
Picked off at the 22. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Fielded right around the 8. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
At the 8-yard line.
On the counter, here's Jones. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. Well, we know it's a tough mission for this defense to hold them to a field goal after that long kick return, but they're one play away from doing it.
They certainly are very close to accomplishing what they needed to get done because they've treated this like a...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back.
Taken about 7 yards deep and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
21 yards. First down, Falcons.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, their season is on life support somewhat now.